Hi friends, today we are going to discuss one of the problem that is very important in the Java, that is swapping of two numbers. So let me tell you the different ways that are present in the swapping of these two numbers. So we are trying to write almost like three methods. Right, let me start writing the class. So let me write class swap, okay, and let me write about this main method. Right, so let me take two variables, int a equal to 20 comma b equal to 10. So initially I am taking the a value as 20 and b value as 10, but after execution of my program the values need to be swapped. Okay, right, so let me take an example. So initially before the swapping, the values are like this is the a variable, let it think this is the b variable, and these are the values are something like this. But after execution of my program, the values needs to be exchanged. That means the a value has to come as 10 and the b value has to come as 20. So that's what swapping is, right? So swapping is the a value has to come into the b variable, and similarly the b value has to come into the a variable. So we are going to write a simple Java program which will do this for us. Okay, let me try to save this program. Right, swap.java. So perfect. Right, now let me write one simple statement to print these values before the swapping. So this is a simple statement to print the values before the swap. Right, hope this is clear for all of you. This is a simple SOP statement to print the values. Okay, now we are going to use the three methods to do the same for us. The method one is using temp variable. Right, so I am going to write three methods which are used to swap these values. The first method is nothing but by using the temp variable. Okay, let me write one more method, public static void method one. Let me write that method as method one. Okay, right, so which will accept the two values, two variables a and b, and will do the swapping for us. Okay, so let me create one temp variable. Okay, in this temp variable what I am going to do, initially I want to set the value of a. So after executing this statement, the a value contains 20, b value contains 10, and important is the temp value which contains 20. Right, so because I am storing the value of a into the temp, next I am writing a equal to b. That means after executing this statement, what is going to happen, a value is going to have the b value, that is 10, and b value contains its own value 10, and temp is going to have 20. So what we did is, after executing this second line, both a and b are having the same value. That's the reason, in order to preserve the value that is present in the a, we are storing it into a temporary variable. Right, now after this, what I have to do, finally what I have to do is, I want to store the value of temp that is present into the b variable. So after executing these statements, what it is going to happen, a is going to have 10 and b is going to have 20, right, and finally the temp is going to have 20. We are not bothered about temp as of now, but after execution of these three statements, what I am going to get? I am going to get the values which are being exchanged. Initially, see the values what I am going to pass is like 20 and 10. After this execution, the values became 10 and 20. Let me write the same system.out.println statement to confirm the same. Okay, the values after swapping using temp variable. Okay, right? So the same way I have to call this method, right? Whatever method I have written, I have to call this method by using these two values. So here what I am doing is simply I am doing the same stuff. Only the one thing what I am doing is initially this is the A value, right? This is the B value. So A is having 20, right? And B is another variable which is having 10. So what I am doing is I am taking a temporary variable. This is my temporary variable, and I am storing the value of A here, so that I am not going to lose that value, right? 20. So the A value is presented here. Now what I am going after swapping, what I need to get? What I need to get in the A value, I need to get 10, right? The value of B. So I am storing the value of B now into the A variable, that is 10, right? After that, what is the last step? In the B, I need to store the value of A that is present initially. But at this point of time, A contains the value of B, right? What is the initial value of A, which is 20, which is been lost. That's the reason I stored it in the temporary variable. Now I am going to use this temporary variable to store into the B, which is nothing but 20, right? This is the process what I have followed. Okay, let me save this program and let me try to execute the same. Let me go to that directory. Okay, let me otherwise directly open from this command prompt, from this explorer where I have stored my program. Just do cmd, right? So java c, the command to compile the Java program is swap.java. If you are going to have any errors, that is going to be displayed here. So we got a lot of errors. So what is that problem? So whenever we are getting problems, we should be in a position to understand what is the problem here is. The first thing is public static void main. It is talking about class. Okay, right? The first error is the class should be of small case, right? Okay, let me try to execute our program. So getting programs in any programming language is common, but how we are solving that is very important, right? So let me run this program, swap. See what is happening. Values before swapping are 20 and 10, but after that 10 and 20. If you want to give, let me give a small space between them so that we can understand it very easily. Okay, let me give a small space here, right? Let me compile my program again and let me run that. Okay, the values before swapping are A equal to 20 and B equal to 10. After swapping, those the values are like 10 and 20. So this is the first way. Okay, what is the first way? We are using one temporary variable, right? So what is the main disadvantage of this method is we are unnecessarily using the temporary variable, right? So in Java, for each integer variable, it needs 4 bytes of memory, right? So A and B, 8 bytes, we cannot skip this A and B because these two are very important. But along with that, you are taking one more variable, which is temporary variable. That means unnecessarily you are wasting some data. So let me write the method 2. In this method 2, what we will do is, in method 2, what we are going to do is without using temporary variable. So this is very, very important in respect to the interview questions, right? Whenever you are going for any interview, definitely they will ask you why you are unnecessarily using the third variable, temporary variable. Okay, right? So here I am going to write method 2. So what is this method 2? Here we are not going to waste the temporary variable. We are not going to take third variable, right? So let me write one simple program for that. So here I am taking the two values into A and B. Now without using any temporary variable, we need to solve that. So what I am going to do here, understand very carefully. So I am writing one statement that is A equal to A plus B. So initially what are the values of A and B? Initially the value of A is 20, right? B equal to 10. So after executing this statement, the value of A will become like A equal to 20 plus 10, which is nothing but 30, and B value is, there is no change, right? It is 10 only. Next what I will do is B equal to, so after executing of your statement, finally what the B value has to contain? The B value has to contain 20 value. So as of now I am having 30 and 10. So how we will get the value of 20 by using these two values, 30 and 10? What I have to do? Simply I have to subtract those two values, right? If I am doing A minus B, definitely I am going to get 20 out of it. So there is no change in the A value, A equal to 30, but coming to the B value is going to be get, yes, tell me, 20, right? So so in the B value I am going to get the desired output. But what I need to get now? I need to get A value as 10. But what two values we are present as of now? We are going to have 30 and 20. So how we will get a 10 out of 30 and 20? We need to subtract it, and again that subtraction result has to be stored in the variable A. So A equal to A minus B. Right? Hope you understand this process. So A equal to, finally I am going to get, and B, A I am going to get 10, and B I am going to get the 20. So what I did nothing. So initially I added these two values and I stored that value in the A variable. So A variable contains value 30 and B variable contains 10, as there is no change in the B variable. So after execution of our program, or after the swapping, B has to contain 20, right? So as of now I am having 30 and 10. How I will get the 20 out of these two values, 30 and 10? I need to subtract that, and the result has to be stored in the B variable. So B equal to A minus B. So after executing these statements, there is no change in the A value, A equal to 30, but B is going to become 20. So I am having 30 and 20, and what value has to come in the A variable? 10. So I am having 30 and 20. How I can get 30 by using 30 and 10? How I can get the 10? So I need to A minus B, and that value again stored in the A variable. Okay, right? Let me print one more SOP statement so that we are going to see the table. Okay, let me change this values after swapping without using, right? Without using temporary variable, right? Right, let me save this program and execute this program, but before executing, let me call this method as well, right? Otherwise it will not going to be executed. A comma B. So now again let me try to compile my program. No errors, good. Let me execute this. See. Okay, why I'm getting this? Maybe I copy pasted, yeah, multiple times by mistake. So let me remove this too, right? Let me compile that again. Okay, see, A equal to 2010 by using this method, or by using this method also, we are the values are being swapped. Okay, hope you understand this method. So this method is very important for interview purpose, because here we are not going to waste any other variable, right? We are not creating any temporary variable. Okay, the third thing what I am going to do here is, this is also very important, which most of the people will don't know this method. Let me explain this. This is method 3. Here what I am going to do is, without using temporary variable, but what is the difference when compared to the method 2 is, but in single statement. That's nice, right? So it sounds good. Okay, it sounds very nice. So but in the method 2 we are not using the temporary variable, but still you are achieving that by using 3 statements. Forget about SOP, this is just to check our data, right? But the main logic contains 3 statements. But in this method 3, what I am going to do is, I am going to do the same stuff without using the third variable. But the thing is, I am going to achieve my logic by using single statement, right? This is very interesting. Okay, static void, this is method 3. Again, this method 3 also accepts two variables, int a comma int b. Okay, right, this is interesting, going to be an interesting stuff. Let me listen. So whatever logic we have done here, the same logic I have to do, right? Logic is not going to be changed, but only thing is, if I want to achieve that in a single statement, both a value and both b value has to be swapped, and automatically it should be assigned to the a and b variables, right? Then only I can achieve that in single statement. So I have to done the logic, and assignment into the a variable and b variable has to be done in the single statement. So here what I did, a plus b I did, right? So let me put the same thing. I am just trying to correlate that with this example so that you will understand very easily, because the logic is going to be the same, right? A plus b. So whenever I am doing a plus b, what I am going to get, so here let me write in the comments so that we will try to understand. Okay, so when I am writing a plus b, it is going to become 30, right? So after that, what it has to do, so what I did after that, see, a minus b. So what is meant by a minus b? From the first statement, a is nothing but a plus b, right? So this entire statement is nothing, this entire statement is going to be like b equal to a plus b minus b, right? So I am writing the same stuff. So minus, I have to write what? I have to write minus b, I have to write. Okay, right. I am writing b. But what I have to do is, whatever value that I am getting in the b, it has to be automatically assigned to a, right? So that's the reason I am writing a minus a equal to b. So this is going to be how, see, what is the value of b initially? The value of b is initially is nothing but 10. That 10 is going to be assigned into the variable a, right? So that's what we need, right? After execution of our program, our variable a has to contain the value 10. Now see, 30 minus 10, which is nothing but 20. The 20 has to be assigned into the b variable, right? So let me write b equal to, that's it. Hope you understand this logic, right? This may be little bit confusion for you initially, but this is going to be the excellent logic. See, whatever I have done in the same method to the same logic I am applying here. So initially, what is a plus b? I am going to do a plus b, right? So I did a plus b. A plus b is nothing but 30, right? So that is going to be 30. Okay. So in the second statement, what I am writing, a minus b. A is nothing but a plus b, right? From the line 1. So a plus b minus b and a. But if I want to achieve that in a single line, I have to assign the values to a and b in the single line. So that's the reason I am writing a equal to b. So the value of b is 10, which is going to be assigned into the variable a, which is nothing but 30. 30 minus 10 is nothing but 20. The 20 has to be stored in the b variable. That's the reason I am writing b here. So let me put the same SOP, let me copy from that and just put it here for our understanding, but let me change values after swapping without using temporary variable in single statement. Okay, that is very, very important. After writing this logic, let me write this function call in the method call in the main function, right? Main method. So method 3 of, right? Method 3 of int, sorry, a comma b. Okay, let me try to compile my program and see what is going to happen. Java C, swapped up Java. Also one mirror. So what I missed here, maybe I forget to write this semicolon here. Right, let me solve that problem. Write Java swap. So see, the initial values are a equal to 20 and b equal to 10. In all these scenarios, by using all these methods, this swapping is happened. But only what is the difference between all these methods? In the method 1, we are using the temporary variable, which is not at all recommended because we are going to waste some of the memory. In the method 2, we are achieving that without using the third variable, but I am taking 3 statements. In the method 3, I am achieving the same without using the third variable, but in the single statement. So this is the output of the program. Hope you understand this logic. Yeah, please like, my video if you like this, and please also post your comments. Please subscribe. Thank you.